I might have played out the 5-4 and with sacking the 1-1 on his turn. So I have no good blocks here is the problem. And I can't swing back. It's 4 now or 5 later. Let's see if we get any options. This goes face. What's the other card we get? We have 2 of them. We have the 4-4 elemental and we have the scry. We have 7 mana. So we're 1 off being able to cast the elemental. The scry lets me kill him next turn. He's got 9, 10, 11. He's got 12 damage on the board. But if I just go face with this, swing with both, that puts 8 to his face, leaves him at 2. The next card gives this guy unblockable. So we don't take the 4-4 that we can't cast this turn. We set up to kill him next turn with 1 chumper. So we even survive removal right now because we still have enough health. I can cast that next turn, but I might as well cast this, right? So I need a better card. Gives +1. I guess the +1 might be relevant. Yeah. I guess if he gains 1 life and removes my flyer, the +1's relevant. It's certainly one. It's. I was thinking about casting the spell, but there's no reason to cast it now. I mean, there's a pretty high chance that we scry get our fucking another spell for next turn, but it's not worth risking the RNG for it, right? Yeah, it's a fine pick. I was thinking you were thinking of casting it this turn, and I'm like, no, I already counted the mana, but you're right. Of the 2 picks, it's fine. Doesn't that just kill him? Doesn't he want to hold back 1 creature to make sure that I don't have lethal attackers on the board? Nothing sacks that creature, right? No, okay. All right. Thanks. That's 5. So those of you who are betting for me get rewarded. Those who don't. Sam, can you set up a 6 win and then a 7 win, please? 3 damage learn card is so good. It hits like 80% of the fucking creatures in the format and then like hits face and learns. It's so good. This hand's great. We're a little slow, but we got a 2-drop, both colors, removal, and our bomb. So. No, it's uncommon, not rare. Our last deck had 4 of them. This one has, I think, 2, but it might be 1. Is it bad that I'm tempted to play this as a 3-drop? Necrotic Fumes. Do we try it? Do we try it that mode? We've got gas otherwise. If we miss lands, we're fucked. I'm trying it this mode. I'm not actually convinced it's good, but I'm trying it. It's the only time it would ever be good is we have a nice expensive card in hand. I wish it hid the card that you placed down there. The fact it doesn't is really fucking bad. I mean, the back side of this card at 5 seems excellent. The front side seems kind of shit. Maybe that's okay. Maybe it's a weak front side, good back side. So actually here we're ignoring the 4-3. So this goes clink, activate that card. I say that Maybe we aren't. Maybe I want him hitting that. Do you think he ever kills my Muse instead of the 2/2? I bet you he does a fair number of times. I could just remove the 4/3 and give him no other target and play the Muse later as an evasive creature. That also lets me get in with this guy this turn, which I wouldn't be able to otherwise. So I think I'm doing that. Not that one, this one. Not even bad on this board, huh? All right, I'm going to forget about this. So at some point, I'm going to randomly have a card that's discounted. I'm never going to remember. Could I have waited till opponent end step to do the exile? Good question. May exile creatures. Yes, I could have, and I could have blocked the damage. Yep. Good call, Zenhan. Sometimes these are only at sorcery speed, but it's not the case here. I can't believe it's not free. Isn't it crazy that it's not free? Like, it's only -4. And it only removes the colorless component of it, too. Like, it doesn't remove the rest of it. That's so bad. I can't even see the spell, dude. So it can't even, like, plan on what the thing's gonna be. Why doesn't it show me the mana cost of the spell? Check my exile. It's a way to do it, I guess. But why wouldn't it be on this thing? So it's not even, it's only discounts it for 3. That's so bad. Holy fuck, that front side is bad. Even on the cards you'd most expect. Like, I'm not even going to have Island at this rate. We're not even going to cast the spell. Shit, I guess this should have been the tutor card. Yeah, I'll make a 4/4 because it gives me a 3/3 here and makes pressure. So, all right. Well, we learned. We suspected that front side was shit, and it turns out the front side was shit, chat. Who knew? Okay. The second opponent has just wheeled that out. Yeah. Can I play it second side? I can't discard it. It's not going to be in my hand. So I'm not even sure I can play it second side. I'm so salty about that card. It's just like, it's take your best card out of your hand on turn 3, accomplishing nothing. Take your second best card out of your hand, accomplishing even less. Nice. Is it only playable this card? It can't even just stay in exile discounted? And I have to do it now? I don't even get the draw phase? I can't discard it. It's not in my hand. Decline. Draws island. I am beyond angry at how bad that is. Is it still in exile? I don't think so. I don't think I can cast it. That's so bad. When the last home counter is removed from this card, if it's exiled, you may cast it. It doesn't say you may cast it this turn. It's just you may cast it. What a shit card, man. So I can lose the game from here doing that. That's exciting. We've learned. It's not a May, so I can't even like, I can't decline to remove a card from it to give myself one more turn. Can I cast it again? No, the interface pops up, but I can't cast it again. So I have lethal attacking here, right? Yeah. Can't cast both these spells though, which kind of sucks. Is it bugged? I don't know what the hell's going on with it. I guess actually, you know what I could have done here, chat? I could have declared attackers. In response to declaring attackers, got the discount on my thing and cast my Djinn too. So I could have actually played the removal and the other creature. So that's a mistake. Okay. But other than that, like it didn't end up mattering there. But wow, I'm glad we tested that card because it's quite clear to me that we should never, ever play that card as a 3-drop. So it's kind of interesting that it has a one side that says play this card to devalue your own cards. And on the other side, it has play this card to sometimes win the game. I mean, that's, I guess, like the epitome of like a binary like flip card, right? Like super good. Do I want to toss my coin and win or toss my coin and lose? Anyways. All right, can we do 7? I mean, what type of cards do you want to put there then? I guess you want to put X spells like Banefire or something, where you get like, but even that, it's going to be telegraphed as to what's happening. Like draw spells, like X draw spells is kind of what you want there, huh? Like a card that refuels your hand with an X modifier in it would actually be really good on that. Extra turn spells would be good on that. Yeah, so maybe it's just these constructed play and we only play the flip side in limited. Like, I mean, I could put the draw card there would be fine. The Phyrexian draw card or whatever it is, Phyrexian, whatever the fucking thing is. Okay. I don't know, like I guess I don't know. 3-mana 2/2 is going to be hard to keep on the board in real constructed play, though. Like, do you ever untap with this? Maybe one day. I mean, maybe it's see some play in like instant or sorcery though. So like, there's no artifact instants or sorceries. Are there colorless instants and sorceries I'm not aware of? I guess some of the new lessons are instants or sorcery. So maybe every once in a great while I get some value off a lesson, like a colorless lesson that I don't need to cast now but is useful later. But it seems so weak. Like the fact it didn't even it didn't even fix my, like I could have cast that spell if it was, you know, you can use any land sources to cast it, or like if it actually removes some of the red blue pips on it. Like it just seems so bad. Well, we wanted to test it. I'm glad we got a chance. Our opponent is loading the stream, walking the dog, taking a shit, making a sandwich, having a heart-to-heart with his significant other, and I don't know. The list just goes on. No, not at the same time. Have you seen how long it's taken? These are back-to-back events. Sequential. Don't hate maybe he's dying? Is that what you just told me, Noob from K? Why can't I hate and hope he's not dying? Can't I do those two things simultaneously? I think, and honestly, like those outcomes even, Noob from K, if your outcome is he's actually dying fighting for his life and I'm and I shouldn't hate on him because of that, or and I'm wishing one of these outcomes into existence, or he isn't dying and I'm hating on him, I think I'd still prefer, I think it's still like better off hating on him, right? So if we're assuming equal quality, like equal likelihood of outcome here. Not trying to shut you up, just trying to play with your example. If we're just gonna randomly, arbitrarily define what's happening. Sure. Jesus, chat, 7-win back-to-back. Paid actors paying off. That investment of my life savings to get my first Magic 7 win was worth it. I'm excited by that news. All right. Okay, chat, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go grab food. It takes me generally between 5 and 7 minutes to do that. I'll be back at the maximum in 10 minutes, but probably less. We're gonna draft some more Premier draft when I get back, but I need a quick break. So see you guys in a few minutes. Send you your PayPal later. Yeah, that's fine, man. Just, you know, put it on the tab. See you guys shortly. See you in a few minutes. Hey chat, I'm back. These sounds are like too quiet now, but every time we touch the SFX value, it just gets insanely loud. You giving out free gems today, store? Holy shit, Mentor's Guidance Alternate Art is on sale? I mean, sign me up. Wait, chat, did that say that was a great deal? Oh my god, it just lets me know what I should buy. Is that the most expensive one too? What a coincidence. Huh. Well, it's good that it's a good deal. I should buy it. Okay. All right. Look how quiet it is, yet how loud it is when we play the game. This fucking program, man, is so bad. All right, what do we get? God's Willing is reasonable. I think this Titan looks very interesting. I think Golgari is probably bait. I'm not going to need a whole lot more. I don't need N to get a whole lot larger before I'm sure Golgari is bait. But what else is there here? This is literally, that's definitely the best card in the pack. No, it's definitely the best card in the pack. Maybe the Field Trip. 11-10, no trample. All right. Eliminate in black. Seems good. Cultivator. Seems pretty good too. Untapped, by the way. 3-4 for 4. Aerialist has been good. Colony's fine. Oh, this card wants us to go black-green so bad. I can play that in green. This card is what's baiting me away from that right now. Instant speed, black removal, pretty flexible. A lot of threats in this. A lot of threats in this format that this is good at. A couple that they aren't though. 3-1 flyer comes to mind. I want this card. I think Simic is the strongest. I haven't played it yet, so I guess maybe not. My suspicion is Simic is the strongest, like kind of, if you have medium power level cards, medium to high power level cards, it's the strongest one you can build. Whereas the extreme high end is maybe like Golgari. Not Golgari, Rakdos. Alright, so we walked away from blue, kind of. Groff's okay. Ingredient fits this deck well. Nah, Boros. I think the Boros Spirit synergies were like fucking unbeatable when I played that deck. It was like, there's like 3 rares that all do, like, one of them's like anytime a spirit dies, you just like revive it with, but if it dies again, it dies for real. But it's like, and there's one that's just like all spirits are bigger, and there's another one, it's just, there's so many dumb things. I kind of want the opt. I kind of wish I'd gone Cultivator opt here. But I mean, pick the most powerful card in the pack. Then you follow up with things that make sense. I don't know if this card is powerful though. I mean, he's got 5 arms, which is a strange number. Alright, so we were scammed. We should be playing Simic. That is technically a black card. Okay, taking the Apprentice. What is this card? Split Second. What is split? As long as the spells on the stack, players can't cast or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Artifact or enchantment. That's not good enough. Red blue fixing. Scam green card. Scam blue card. Take the Pledge Mage here. Strategic planning in blue. The Death Touch trick in black green. Green blue fixing. Resculpt, Pop Quiz, and Colony. Okay. Let's see if we can play Simic. Define Gambit. And double white. A reject in blue. Big play in green. Card actually seems like it's okay. There's a lot of evasive flyers. This is not one of my favorite lessons. Crushing Disappointment's okay. I don't want to go too far down the route of playing blue-green. At the moment we have like 2 picks that have pushed into it, but it's not a lot. It's the second unwilling ingredient in a field trip. I think the denial is very good. I don't really know our colors yet. All we know is we're playing green. I think this card has a higher top end than Field Trip. I think Field Trip is fine. This card is okay. Generates bodies. We can play this in black. It's just a little tricky. Finding black fixing, it's really tough to get off-color fixing or off-guild fixing in this format. There just isn't a lot of it. So we'll see. We'll see. So we lost the Cultivator. I took the Apprentice anyways, right? Okay. Can run some swamps if we have to. So there's a Resculpt, which was pretty bad for us last game. There's a Cram Session, but we don't have any lessons. Not too big on Plumb the Forbidden. Need a lot of tokens for that. I don't care at all about that 4 mana 3/3 trample lifelink. It seems fucking horrendous. Blue only. Maybe there's some smoothing we play. 3/3 is a nice body though. Not an amazing body though. Double blue as well. Alright. Aerialist in blue. It's a kind of late Aerialist. I feel like the card has been decent. So maybe a little baited. Maybe. It's a green creature we can play or a blue creature we can play. This creature has a lot higher upside. A Resculpt Wheels, what a shock. Okay. And a Reject Wheels. Alright, pack 2, channel. Anytime you could activate a mana ability, pay 1 life if you do add colorless. So is this just like, can I pay 10 life and just get 10 mana? I feel like I've seen that card. Huh. Are there any other cards we want in the pack? The Guide is okay. I'll play the Mathematician. We'll just channel Fireball. Seems good, yep. Here player draws 3 cards and that player discards 2 cards unless they discard a land. I mean, that's decent. Sorcery. Bookworm kind of feels like where we want to be in this deck. I like the lesson. Don't need a Crushing Disappointment. I don't hate Compulsive Research. Seems good. I'm not sure Bookworm is a good card, but getting it out, accelerated out, seems strong. Seems like an okay card. Venturous Impulse is fine. A lot of black-white cards in here. Aerialist at 4. Removal in black. We're playing blue-green, splashing black. This card gets harder. Same with that card, though. Nothing else really works for this. So I guess I take like a lesson here, or the Adventurous Impulse. I think I can miss Adventurous Impulse and be okay. Maybe it is Aerialist, though. We don't have to play black in this deck at all. We just got baited by this enormous demon. Second Eliminate. Fixing. Emergent Sequence. That card is busted. Third Aerialist. I'd love to wheel the Eliminate or the Environmental Sciences, but I'm taking the Emergent Sequence. It's so good. Mind Rot with upsides. It's an interesting combat trick that heals me. Malice is a flexible kill card. Amplifier, or whatever his name, Amplimancer. It's a Letter of Acceptance here. I kind of want to try to fit the black cards in. So we need fixing if we're going to do that. So let's take the Mana Phallus and grab that. I like the Groff, although he wants sack synergies. I think this card looks good, but I haven't seen it be good. The Researchers are sweet with life gain synergies. I don't want this card. The card we're most likely to play is the Witherbloom Pledge Mage. It's a 5/5, which is a big body on this. We wheel Dog, I'm okay with that. We are playing green, but Dog's an interesting card, but it's a flex card. It feels much better in black-green than it does in green-blue. Okay. Five drops get better with 3 mana accelerants too. Red-white. This card was a scam, although it is a lesson. Is it time to take a scammy lesson? Test of Talents. Seems bad. It's either this thing or big play. This card was very easy to play around last time, was the problem. I'll take it. I'm not terribly excited in it. Maybe one day it gets us some value. All right, we've got a Resculpt again, another Field Trip, and another Letter. Do we prefer Field Trip or Letter? I think I prefer Field Trip. Although it only tutors Forest, so I guess it's not actually technically fixing. I lied. We're taking the Letter. We're trying to fix, not just accelerate. Practical Summoning is a good payoff card. I would love the Biomathematician as a 3-drop. But I want cards like this. This works with our channel. It works with our ramp. Take this. Yeah, channel Fractal Summoning, get blown out by any removal spell, feel real bad. Get 2 for 1. I guess 2 for 2'd if we tutored it. Here's our first big play. We could play another Crushing Disappointment, but I don't want to splash 2 of them, I don't think. I'm not sure I'm playing the big play, but it's there. Infused with Vitality if we get enough black sources. I don't want a second big play. We're nowhere near the rest of these cards. This card was an underperformer in our last deck. Mostly it was just a 2/2 fire with no text. Okay. Take Random Hate that I probably won't play. We wheeled the 2/2. That's fine. Early green plays are consistent for us. Adventurous Impulse wheeled. I don't want this Crocodile. Take the Adventurous Impulse. Take the Pop Quiz. All right, pack 3. There's a Dark Ritual in black. Hall of Oracles. Interesting. There's Simic Zimone. That card is a win con. A Biomathematician, a Blood Researcher, and a Blue-Red Duel, and a Lesson. I'm happy to see Hall if it comes back. I'll play Snow Day probably, but I'll take Zimone every single time. Rowan Denial, Apprentice, and Black-Green. Blue-Green fixing is pretty high priority here. Vortex Runner, and a Colony. I like Colonies. We have Ramp too, they get better. But I think if we're trying to play any black cards, or even if we're just playing the Titan, for example, which we might not, I think I really value the fixing too. I'd like the I'm happy to wheel like 3 cards out of this pack. It's pretty early. Let's grab the Campus first. Yeah, I may or may not undervalue Biomathematician. They've been okay. A lot of times they're just a 2-mana, a 3-mana 2/2 summon a 1/1, which is great. That's good value. But I don't need 12 of those in my deck. They get better as they stack because they pump the other cards, but we'll see. Speaking of black-green duel, I didn't know there was a black-green duel. It makes sense there is, I guess. Another field trip. This dude who drains if he has that Defiant Strike, Light Scribe, Squad, Wither Balloon #2, taking the land. Okay, it's got our mana base. I mean, 3-tap land starts to get a lot, but I want our mana base. It's the first black fixing we've seen. I'm not sure if I'm playing these. It's a black draw card, which is situational. Maybe we just don't play the ingredient. We can still play the Titan. Fumes is a lesson. I don't know what harvest. Choose Heartland or non-land. Real cards and real land. You're going to put the card in your hand. The rest in bottom. That's okay. I mean, that's fine. What else do we have? The Crocodile, the draw card, the 4/5. There's nothing else in here. Fumes, I guess. Expensive removal, though. Yeah, the card's fine. Makes your deck smaller is what that card does. Agonizing Remorse is hand hate. 4/3 with the body looks pretty good. Another lesson. We have 2 lessons right now. How many learns? Like 1, 2 maybe. If we want to play Demon, this card gets better. It might wheel. Well, let's take the Professor of Zoomancy. I haven't really played this card yet. I haven't played black-green much yet. So a part of me kind of wants to evaluate how these cards perform. And you can look at them and kind of think about synergies, and you should kind of be paying attention as your opponent plays them, but you got to figure out how they work for you as well. All right, Decisive Denial has been good. The Pledge Mage has been excellent. This is a 7/6 and 4. When you sack it, each opponent discards a card, you draw a card, and you gain 2. I'm playing this card. This is the payoff for having all of our fixing, right? I don't know if he's good enough to play, but we're doing it. We're trying it. Black, white, black, green. Guy wants tokens. Speak of the Fixing Devil. Another learn effect. 4 tap lands, no problem. All right, we need some creatures to sack. Blue-green Death Touch Chumper is amazing, though. I like this Spectre, but I don't love it. It's quite slow. Oftentimes it's just a 2/3 flyer. I'm happy with the Drake. Often trades off, always trades up. Some Dark Ritual, because no one's playing black or can see the value in having 1 mana for 3. Wield the Biomathematician, which is excellent. We now have like 4 things that want sack outlets, or want sacks rather. Another Biomathematician, also really good for our deck. Fourth Biomathematician, not bad for our deck. Okay. Don't worry, chat. I got it. Now, we're going to run into, with this many Biomathematicians, we're going to run into the fucking problem that we don't want to sacrifice our 4/4s to the demons. Do we want to make our demons unblockable, or do we want a 2/4 with no text on it? I mean, I can't play Access Tunnel in this deck, but I can draft it. Okay. All right. Math test time. If you played all 4, how much power and toughness would you have in play? Okay. You get 8 off the 2/2s. That's done. Let's not worry about that. I got to write this down as we do it, though. Play them all. You get a 1/1 that becomes a 4/4, so that's 4. Then you get 3, 2, and 1. So you end up with, what is that, 12, 15, 17, 18? It's 18 power and toughness, I believe. So, if I understand that interaction correctly. All right. Was looking medium until we wheeled the cards that made it better. Yeah, I guess another way of looking at that would be the deck was looking not so great until we added more cards to it and it got better. Not wrong, sir. Not wrong at all. All right. And yes, those specific cards did add a lot more power than they would have otherwise. I mean, we can maybe still play Unwilling Ingredient. I guess I want to build again. I'm just gonna strip the deck out. It's easier to build up. Waticus, I was born on 444 as well. Not joking. That was my birth time. All right, so we're playing Bookworm every single time here. We're playing all 4 of our Biomancers. We're always playing Zamone and the Apprentice and the Drake. I want to look at our lesson cards. I wish, is there a fucking sideboard? There's no sideboard in this layout. I can't even add it to the sideboard, which is kind of a bummer. So how many lessons do we have? We've got Sorcery Lesson. I don't know if we played Pledge Mage yet. Gotta look at the rest of the deck. All right, that's fixing, which is a bit of an issue. 5-drop's going to be better here, although without a lot of things. I mean, this is not a very interesting card. 5 mana, 5/5 with gain a life. This is a 4-drop somehow. Presumably because they remove all the other stuff and you have to sack it, but it's okay. This only tutors Forest. We're always playing Emergent Sequence. That card is busted. We want cheap instants and sorceries in this deck because we have triggers, right? Triggers here on Magecraft. Do we have other Magecraft triggers? Or, yeah, our Apprentice. Our Apprentice loves Abundant Resource, loves Adventurer's Impulse. I don't know if we're playing Channel. It's an interesting card, though. We want Learns. That's a lesson. What Learns do we have? Not a lot of Learns. So we're going to play the Field Trip as a Learn. I might play all of them. Do we have more lessons? We do not. We have 2 lessons. So I don't want to run too many Learns that don't do anything. Field Trip at least does something for us. Yeah. I think we can play Demon in this deck. At least these aren't like Pit Lords. Pit Lord was the first demon I ever saw. And Pit Lord is like, once you run out of creatures, he taps himself and like nukes you in the face for 7. Although to be fair, he's like a 7/7 or 6/6 flying trampler or something, which is slightly better. How many spells are we up already? We're already at 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably enough triggers for this guy. Seems like a good card to put on things with ETBs like Biomathematicians and the Zoomancer dude. I'm happy to run this trick, probably. Yeah. Thrall Pit. That sounds like something I know. I think that was a set close to when I finished. That's like the Thrall Pit, like what was that set? Was it Kobolds? Was a Thrall Pit the Kobold set? Okay. Forbidden Empire, that's right. I think that was a set I quit on. Because I think that set was absolute shit. Yeah, we're missing removal here, noticeably. Speaking of, where's our 1 removal card we drafted? Eliminate. All right. So we are 3 cards out still. I think Channel doesn't make this deck. I mean, the payoff is Worm early. But that's the only payoff. We have no X spells. There is 1 X spell on our sideboard, but it's bad. So I don't think we're playing Channel. Is it Lord of the Pit or is it Pit Lord? It's Lord of the Pit? Oh, feels bad, man. So what else comes in here? We probably need 1 other lesson card in. I don't have to play Infused with Vitality. It just has nice synergy with our deck, and if we're already playing black, depends how many black sources we get, whether that card is good or if it's a scam. I kind of want to play Unwilling Ingredient as a sack/draw option. It seems very efficient for what we're doing. I kind of want to play Crushing Disappointment as card draw. I kind of want to play Big Play because we're missing a lot of interaction. So having something like a combat trick is useful. I don't hate having a 2-drop that's also a mana sink. Seems quite reasonable. I don't mind going down 1 to 2 lands if I'm running double Letters of Acceptance. I don't mind playing the Pledge Mage. We don't have that many cheap instants and sorceries, but we have some. And we either want Cram Session or Pop Quiz, but not both. We have no life gain synergies, so it's just a matter of how much do we value the cheap spell. I mean, the triggers are the payoffs rather are weak life gain here, which I'm not even sure I'm playing, or the Apprentice. What is the 3-drop? The 3-drop is Learn, Pop Quiz. Does it go into play or into your hand? Any of these blue cards we want to play? The Aerialists. So we didn't wheel any of those colonies, so we are quite weak to have the shit kicked out of us in the air. So I wouldn't mind playing one Aerialist, although it's a really bad blocker. It just trades best case. I wouldn't mind one of these. All right, let's make the easy decision first, chat, which is still hard for me. Do we want the not a lot of blue in this deck, but we're getting carried by the blue that we do have. Do we want the Pop Quiz or the Cram Session? Cram Session is sorcery, but it's kind of anti-tempo for opponent. Pop Quiz is value in instant speed, but slower. I think probably Pop Quiz. We could potentially consider Tangle Trap because we're so light on removal. It is a dead card though, versus a fair number of opponents. I think we take Pop Quiz here, annoyingly. I'm not playing Access Tunnel. I think we're going to 16 lands with this deck. With double letters. I'm not sure I'm playing double letters. Letters are fixing, but not acceleration. Need 4 of these cards out. I think I'm playing, I mean, we have some 2-drops. How many? 3? Don't hate a 4th 2-drop. I mean, we have the fucking Biomathematicians though. So many of the times so this guy's a mana sink, which is nice, but which means he's decent later. But early game, he's pretty bad. He's a 2-mana 2/2 that we never have mana for, or never have mana to pump. And we have a fair number of plays on 2 that we'd prefer to play, like 4 that we'd play over him. We might, yeah, we'd play 4. We'd always play 4 over him, and then we have another 4 there. Yeah, I'm not cutting Titan up. Don't worry about the lands yet. The only reason why I even mentioned the land is because chat often doesn't seem to get it when I'm just like, doesn't seem to get the number of cards that I need to remove. So I just wanted to make it clear that we need 4 cards out. We'll do the land base last, right? Like which ones we run. 4 cards out. Blue, green. Actually not that hard to cast. Has a lot of synergies with the other things we're doing. I think Pledge Mage makes it in always. Okay. Cards I'm most considering cutting right now are Unwilling Ingredient. We don't have token generators, so these guys get a little bit worse, but we do have the Biomathematicians. So a lot of times I don't have black mana, so it's tough to cast the Ingredient. The Ingredient is a perfect card to sack though, right? 1 mana to play it, has value later once we've sacked it. This card is looking pretty bad. It's annoying that we have 2 3-drops that it accelerates into, but at the moment we have big beaters already earlier, and the trigger is pretty weak. It's just a life gain. So I'm just not very excited about this card. We don't have any life gain synergies, so a lot of the times this card is just a 5 mana 5/5, and we have 4 mana 11 10s and 4 mana 7 6s. Which seem better than a 5 mana 5/5, but you have to check my math. hard to spend mana to draw cards when we're running demons, since we need sacks available, but we can generate cheap bodies that we can sack 2 of them with. It might be okay. We're missing some of the big Simic cards, right? We're missing the recursion that bounces. We're missing the negate slash fight spell. We're missing the 1 mana fight cards. We are definitely missing removal, and it's going to hurt. Kind of hate the aerial list here. I do need some flying interaction, which kind of sucks. But it's quite bad. I wonder if we ever cut the eliminate. We literally have no targeted removal. It's hard to cut that eliminate. Easy 2/3 deck? Maybe. Could cut and fuse. Fuse has some value for us though. It's a really nice protection spell for these demons. If we ever get to untap with them on turn 5, like having this mana up's good. It's a really nice recursion spell with Professor, who, because we have 5 creatures with ETBs or something, right? It's 4 biomathematicians and a Professor, all who have enter the battlefield effects. So triggering those again is nice. Same with Bookworm. Like it makes it so it's not, I think this card has a lot of synergy with our deck, depending if we can support it with the mana base. Is Titan worth it without evasion or trample? We're playing it. Kind of hate this Djinn. The Djinn is Tangle Trap, right? That's sometimes a beater for us, but mostly isn't. This is not kill, it's damage. I kind of hate this fucking aerialist here. It just doesn't do what we're trying to do. We're trying to go through on the ground. An evasive beater doesn't really help us. We have to get through the ground to win the game. So I think this card might come out. Now it does trade for something else, but if we're just looking to remove a flyer, I'd rather have a cheaper instant speed removal for that triggers other things like our apprentice or our pledge mage. Titan cannot block without sacking. No, he can fight without sacking, but we don't think we have any fight spells. Combat tricks are good for this deck since we have to attack on the ground. I think I'd play this as a little bit of flying hate and a little bit of ability to force our damage through. I'm not entirely certain on 2 letters of acceptance. We might be able to go down to 1. We don't ramp 3 to 5, so it's kind of awkward. It's just literally 3 mana cast the swamp, really, that we can sack later. I feel like Crushing to Disappointment is fine in this deck. We do need some source of card advantage. We don't have that many lessons, just 2. Do we even have 2 lessons? What's our fucking second lesson? Oh, right. Teaching the archaics. So what if I cut 1 letter of acceptance? And either the Amplimancer or the ingredient. All right, let's pretend that's what we're doing for a second. What does this do for our mana base? This is currently 7 blue, 8 green, and 5 black. Black is a splash. If we cut ingredient, we could probably go down to 1 swamp. Am I okay with 4 sources of black mana? This is castable in green, although it's hard. We kind of want these on curve, though. They're not super great later. Oh, they're okay when we have a number of tokens to feed them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing this for the mana sink, but you're absolutely correct. We do have 4 sources of scry. And we're only cutting 2 anyways. So if we cut Letter of Acceptance, Amplimancer, kept ingredient. Seems weird. Ingredient's not a good, I mean, like a 1-drop black card is not good for us. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We have pretty busy 2s and 3s, and we have plenty of ways to spend our mana. So all the things this card does well, we don't need. We have other 2-drops. The only thing this thing does is trade off for early aggression, right? kind of want to cast Titan or just green anyways, because swamp means we can't play a forest or swamp. Right? Yeah, exactly. So how many black sources can we get away with in this deck? Creature count is 13. Although we have 5 enter the battlefield effect creatures that generate a second creature. Yeah, Ingredient's probably the last cut. I mean, what else does Ingredient play up against? I mean, it could be the Amplimancer. I mean, this card is better than the Amplimancer for what we want it for, but it's less consistent to cast, right? That's the decision we're making. Because we want the creature count reasonably. I don't think I want to play 2 of these with the amount of fixing we have. This is going to be 2 swamps down and probably up 2 forests, I think is what we're probably playing, like that. Giving us 10 green sources, 7 blue sources. Could even go 8-8. It's just a little sketchier. We got 2 1-drop greens. Go down to 4 black sources. We're on 4 black sources right now, sir. Really 5, since Emergent Sequence can tutor a swamp. So maybe it's here like this, playing the Amplimancer just because it's a less valuable unwilling ingredient, but a more consistent unwilling ingredient. I mean, if that's the case, do we just play the wall? Play it on 1, it's cheaper. We don't really want to ever play this on 2 if we have other 2s. We only need 1 island. We need 1 island on 3, and we'd like 1 island on 2. There's no way I can go down more islands. I was considering going up 1 island. What about that? Like, I feel like Wall is maybe better than Amplimancer. As we've said, we have plenty of mana sinks off of 4 scry lands and draw cards and casting creatures. Adept is greater than the Wall. Adept's a 2-drop. The value of the Wall is we don't care about the mana, and we don't care about the timing, right? Like the number of mana cards to play this is pretty nice. I don't disagree. The depth is a reasonable comparison too. I think we're doing this. I think this is what we're playing. All right. What do we call this? Demons fail us. Okay. Or maybe the problem is that the Spaceballs joke is about how dumb good is. And demons are, I think, like lore-wise bad. No wall too tall is not bad. It'd be nice to be, anyways. I like no wall too tall. I like the rhyming. I like the rhyming with that. All right, no wall too tall. Can we go to 7? Not playing our channel, our mythic 8 mana channel with no text sorcery. Okay. Wall's so bad, but it's tall, man. It's not a matter of if it is good or bad. We have the demons for bad. We have wall for tall. We're good. All right, chat. How many can we go? Can we get 5? Yeah. Wall digs for worm. That's right. That's right. If we have wall in play and worm late game and we're not sacking it to demons, we can be like 3 turns my ass. I end step, then upkeep it. We get the worm back in 1. Seems good. No black sources, plenty of green sources, blue and green for 3. We're not playing Adventurous Impulse early. We're looking for payoffs for this card or gas. I mean, we do have 2 drops though. It's interesting. I don't have a turn 2 play. Maybe we do Adventurous Impulse now. Huh. I take that one. I don't know about our demon going to the bottom or not. Attack on Titan. Yeah, I haven't seen that though. So I don't really know what that means. Chad, how angry would you be with me if I just block with Simone right now? Is it tapped? Yeah. I feel like I might just block here, man. I feel like I maybe should have blocked there. Like, how do we lose? We lose by drawing infinite lands and not having this card in play. Okay, fair, fair. We didn't have to drop Impulse in 1? Sure. We could have played land tapped, but we have not any of the cards that synergize with this, and there's a chance I draw a very valuable 2-drop like this card off doing that. And I have the lands in hands that if I miss the 2-drop, I can still sequence the tap land in before the Biomathematician, right? Can I not do this? Okay, thank fucking God. For a second, I thought it was sorcery speed. I'm like, no. Okay. Pay 2 to deal 2 seems bad. Nah, it's a flexible evasive attacker in a deck that wants to use effects like that. So it's not bad. I hate that he can cast that so cheaply with Killian, and then all my blocks make me drain. Should have tapped green mana there. We are flooding right now. Despite being at 16 lands and just keeping like a 3-lander, or maybe a 4-lander. We've just drawn land, right? One mana off double spelling here. I think I value the draw more than the second Biomathematician on this board. It's an 8-mana card. Okay. Yeah, exactly. There's plays I could do. That's why I main phased it, as annoying as it is, because there are cards I could draw that I could play this turn. I don't like my life total here, though. It's scary as fuck. remember, we have no removal, so it's just like every creature is a goddamn threat. So every, like, when he throws out like 4 evasive creatures, it's a huge problem. I'm so annoyed he can use his 5 mana fucking removal spells with this card. It's so annoying. Alright, you know what this turn is, though? I cast Biomathematician. I almost didn't have 2 blue sources. I cast Biomathematician. I go to combat. Okay. Dude. What the fuck is a fractal? I thought I don't really know what that means. I know there's something to do with like a weird way in which like you measure some, like, because it's all these like ins and outs, like these very small, like, I actually don't know what a fucking fractal is. I guess I maybe have to like Google fractal. I know it's like to do with coastlines, right? Like they're super long, like the actual distance of a coastline compared to how much like it would be to travel that same length in a straight line. But I don't really know what that's supposed to symbolize past that. It's repeating an infinite pattern. I see. What is this thing? Oh, come on. It counters my worms, heal, and draw. I mean, what is it, a rare too? Sure is. Could cast Bear instead. Not very exciting. Oh, yeah. Do it. Boing. I cast Worm. Okay, we got our 1 removal for that annoying 3/3 that's already discounted him 4 mana off removal spells that he wouldn't have been able to cast otherwise. Type of repeating pattern. Non-math type. We're trying to make math. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know how to use the, like, how do I say that? We're going to stop an upkeep here. Does he draw me cards when he dies? No. Okay. Doesn't matter if I stop on upkeep, does it? Yes, it does. 3 down. Dude, that card is super scary for me. We should use 1 island in case we draw a Demon Boy. So we have 4 green sources. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice one. No, it's not. Is this a card fucks our worm, so we don't want that. I can't actually attack his board, though, is the problem. It's not a May either. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them, put that land into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. So it absolutely doesn't work. I eliminate the duelist first? No. I wait for him to equip and then I blow it up. It's CMC. So this is just a pass, annoyingly. I don't want to put I can't cast the Professor and the Eliminate, and I can't play the Apprentice and then cast Eliminate. So I either play Professor, take 3 and I'm okay with that, or I either way I get a little fucked there, unfortunately, because he had Humiliate. So I take the same amount of damage, which is really annoying. I was hoping to get the one that he was equipping, but I didn't get there. Feels bad. You do get a nice crack back with these three. All right, opponent. I can also scry with this worm too. Interesting. I didn't think about that. Oh, I'm glad Squishy Browser. Future scries is worth. I cast Biomathematician. I attack. This is why you're only an apprentice. Just putting that out there, opponent. Missed 1 damage. Guess he draws his card first, though. Alright, is he dead on board? Yep. Alright, we attack. You got it. He's +1/+1. Resolves. Opponent didn't do the math, chat. What can I say? What can I say? All right. A little bit annoying with his repeated flying threats. We knew our deck was going to suffer versus repeated flying threats, but there we are. Did we end up including that flyer hate, the 5 damage to a flyer or destroy artifact card? I can't remember. I think if they knew what fractals were. I'm not sure we still know what fractals are. It's a repeating pattern. That's all I've learned about fractals. Yeah. Does our wall have reach? If our wall has reach, man, then we have next leveled it. Need a blue source. This hand's kind of bad. We're gonna tighten on 4, and it just can't do anything. I guess it doesn't auto-sacrifice itself. Well, I mean, never didn't have it. Do we hold off on this now? We need a green source, so we probably look for land. Nice. Oh no! Dude, it's a fractal. Chat, did you know about this? That's an island fractal. Jesus. He can count to infinity now. And then divide by it if he wants to. This is bullshit. Turns out that fuck was an amazing adventurous impulse. Island to the bottom. Sick. 4th green source for the demon. Opponent is reeling, beaten, terrified. No sense of what comes next. Barely able to rub 2 sticks together. I attack. I feel like I'm playing demon into a counterspell here, but we'll see. Could just be into a combat trick. I cast demon. He has 11 power, and he's angry. Demon resolves. Your turn, opponent. Opponent plays flyer. Gets tilted when I blow it up. What the fuck is this card? He just creates a 24/24? Doesn't seem fair. It's just a 6 mana, create 24/24? Okay, that's fine. Is it flying? Not flying? Alright. I create Biomathematician. Biomathematician. So how wide are we right now? We get in for 8. That's good enough. Okay. If we scry, we can't hit the card we need. Opponent plays mountain, sure. I want siphon counters. I want a card for a 1 mana that takes all of his counters and gives them to my guys. Distribute it as I want. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the next card he plays is those fucking boots that makes his 24/24 flyer and then just kills me. There's like 3 instant effect. There's like a shit ton of trample things in this format too, right? There's the 1 mana green trample. There's the red trample. There's the equipment that gives trample. This 24/24 is like popping off over here. He's still dead on board, right? Yeah, opponent! That's right. Biomancers. Biomathematicians. We did the math. You're just stuck fighting things. That's what they say. The pen is mightier than the sword, right? Fuck that guy. Moving on. Dude, if this card had reach. If only. It's a clunky hand. We don't have any black sources. We don't have our 3rd source. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's an okay hand. Yeah. Wall of Dreams, we call it. I play Wall of Dreams. Your turn, opponent. That's right. Stands tall. Uh-oh. The colors I'm most scared of just resolved on the board. Does a growing 2/2 matter? So this turn, all my mana would be invested into the monolith. Next turn, I could cast that plus eliminate. I think that's better. So we are going to Pledge Mage. I mean, I guess I get demon value the other way, but kind of need some more bodies for demon. How is Boros? Average Boros is weak. Bomb Boros is fucking super strong. It's been my impression thus far. Can we even cast this? We need green, green, black. So next turn. Okay. No attacks. I don't like 4 fucking open mana over there. No end step, that's fine. We'll end step eliminate in a minute. Alright, the problem is, what does this man eat? Rip apart, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Okay. Do I kill in response? Does it matter? Nah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Thank you to Diki. Wait, are my notifications not working? Why the fuck am I not getting audio for this? I missed Sin's resub too. I actually missed Sin and Yonzo Arts resubs. Why aren't my notifications working today? That's scary. Are you guys seeing them pop up? I'm not even seeing them pop up. I feel bad about missing Sin's resub. I mean, we can play out Demon here. Demon often sacrifices himself, eats an opponent's card, and draws me a card for 4 mana. That's maybe okay. I can't cast that and cast anything else. Thank you, Shanae Blay for the sub. I could just wait. It's not necessary quite yet. It's a big beater, but it's not exciting. Why don't we try to get value out of our guy here first? Do we ever attack here, chat? There's a 3 mana kill and exile, but there's not a 2 mana. So I guess 5 is okay. Some of the time we get blown up for tapping it, but it takes 3 of his 5 mana. Okay. We have 6. Can resolve them both. Sometimes he kills himself here and eats a card. Opponent has to remove the 1/1 with the removal spell though. It's not terribly exciting, but one of my other plays. We have other learn card in hand. I'm trying to get value out of this. Alright, we go for this first. Since it's unlikely that our opponent can get rid of all of his cards. Infusion's interesting. Should have, I guess, waited on that one. Is there any universe in which we can get another creature out? It's a combo. It's a combo wombo. It's fine. I think we're done. Opponent scries 1. Resolves. Doesn't get to attack that turn is the bad side, but the rest of it's good. He's trying to exile it. Unfortunately, the exile means no triggers. Boo. Boo, opponent. Can't kill it in response or something, right? Nope. Opponent hates fun. He only plays red removal cards with 1 creature in his entire deck. The cards are anti-artifact for my wall, 5 damage exactly for my 5 damage card, and an exile from my death rattle. Dude, we had endless demon fuel too. I don't want to play out a single fractal that he exiles, even if I draw a card for it. I'd rather play out a lot of fractals. I lose the +1/+1s on this, but I'm still okay with it. That is a flyer. Although it recurs on... That's annoying. Get value out of this. Do we kill him? 2, 4, 6, 7. 1 off. Does this give power? No. Is there any way I could sack my own thing to recur it? No. Okay, so he goes to 1 here. Yeah. Could draw. Good call. Let's draw first. Never punished. Lose my only black source. It's a little scary. Now, thing I like is I don't think these are plays. So he needs 4 removal spells here. Sack letter for bigger play. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about the bigger summoner. He's got 2 cards in hand that remove a big creature no matter what its stats are. So the stats on the fractal aren't very relevant with his life total. I don't know about sacking the black source, but I did like the idea of looking for... I mean, there's 2 other win cons in that deck, right? Maybe even more. Like if we draw either of our other biomathematicians, we win. If we draw... Is there anything else that gets us there? Crushing Disappointment kills him. Man still have summoning play. Big play kills him. So we have 4 outs on the draw to kill him. That seems fine. Okay. Are there sweepers in this format? There's a few, yep. No black mana. Demon in hand again. Both are black cards, actually. We can math anytime we want. Yeah. Bit clunky of a turn there with nothing, unfortunately. Can't tutor land of any sort. It's only tutor forest, so there's a consideration to tutoring swamp there otherwise. Not much of one, honestly, but still one. I don't love pumping his flyer, but I'm not... I mean, I bleed the same damage if I don't block, right? So, that's a nice draw. Finally swamp. I think I can wait a turn. I have 2 lands too, so actually there's no reason not to. So next turn I can field trip and eliminate. 2 counters on our Pledge Mage, blow up his flyer. Set up for demon value. If he does something weird, I can just throw out the demon. Okay. It's 4 CMC annoyingly. Does feel like he's racing us, doesn't he? I don't hate demon on this board, but I'm also not thrilled about these 2 flyers on the board. So I think we're going for our ramp play. Okay. I guess I thought this was a death rattle on the demon, but it's not a death rattle. It's when I sack him, which is kind of ugly. This card is so annoying. It's so fucking strong. Have an island for pop quiz end step. Seems fine. Okay. Why not attack and bait a double? I guess I can give him that option. I'm not sure if he does it or not. He might. Fucking hate this card. This card is so good. Hate it to be on the receiving end of it. It's a pretty quick clock. Very hard to interact with. Dude, got there. Okay, so let's take a look. He's on 4 cards in hand. I think I want to resolve the attack before anything else. I don't want him counterattacking with the Fanatic, obviously. So we go to combat first. Very annoying. Could just slam another body on the field of a decent size. Removal for the demon. He's got to sack a card though. Could draw first now for 2. I'm never going to get more than 2 out of that, so we might as well. Problem is it too slow? So I can run out the wall and also run out a 4/4. 4/4 is okay on this board. We're racing here, so I don't want him to get free roll 2 life off the Fanatic, followed by whatever. Okay, we do want to draw here. Don't think we have any black cards left. I should draw using blue, blue, black, huh? These are not the cards I was looking for. Guess I set up for a scry. Gotta watch the crackback and only swing with the 7, right? It pumps this to a 4. He does 5 to my fucking face. He removes a blocker anyways, but it's a sack effect. So I swing with demon here. I can sack the demon to itself next turn, but I think he's gonna block it with the 2/2. Yep. Currently at 1. Tap land, untap land so I can scry. I do have 2 scries if I need to. We're pretty fucking close to dead though right now. Gets jumped every turn. Well, I don't know what to say, man. He just pumped this to 6. We'll take a quick look, I guess, but we're dead. Go. Tempoed out, unfortunately. Had 2 other cards for that. We had the reach card and the deal 5 to a flyer card that would get us there with 1 more turn can get us there. So we're not drawing dead. Drew a lot of cards there. I don't think I could have played it otherwise. We're trying to race him. He just has clean answers to everything we play, right? Death Toucher that pumps his guy when it dies. You know, the rest of it. Life Flinker so I can't swing because he'll hit us back. Just annoying. So, Combat Professor I believe is an uncommon. The card is very strong. Green mana we're good. Otherwise we're fucked. Any mana gets this letter acceptance on 3. Infuse is a dead card. I feel like we have better average hands. Blue mana. Okay, this is a much better average hand. We drop the pop quiz. Okay. fucking hate him so much right now. Like, so many of the times it just doesn't do anything. Okay, tap land here is annoying. I guess I'm blowing it up. It's good we drew the blue source even if it's tapped. I don't want to blow this up. Do I just take 2 more from it? Because I have so little removal and I don't care about a 2/2 non-evasive creature. It can be evasive though. As soon as he drops a flyer, it's fucking evasive. Okay. 1 mana trick to go along with his 2 mana removal for our land to go along with his 2-drop into another 2-drop, casting double spells per turn. It's pretty irritating right now. Alright, so we run out the Biomathematician. We block with the core body, cast the next one next turn, etc. Do I take 1 more to deal with the... What does this card do? Wow. I haven't seen this card before. That card's a fucking disgusting bomb in white-black, huh? It's not an artifact either. He's doing it on 3 mana, chat. He's... Dude, these double spells. Okay. I really like to play out Zimone here, but I gotta block this creature before it fucking wins the game for him. Dude, it's only 3 mana too. That's crazy. And it's a learn effect too. What the fuck? It learns for him? Permanently makes his shit unbeatable. Guy has gas over there. So I want to do this plus that, but I have to leave Tangle Trap up for the artifact to kill it in response to him attacking and then gang block him. So it's developed this and pass. Okay. Quill is an excellent card too. Learn on ETB. These cards are like what you're going to have to build in your black-white decks. These are the types of cards I want to see before I pick black-white. Otherwise black-white seems stupidly bad. Removal for the Biomancer too. You're kind of a prick, opponent. I gotta say, you're kind of a prick. You have a 1 or 2 mana answer with a endless recurring number of threats. I'm not quite sure what to do about this. This now has 4 power. If it keeps attacking, I lose. And he just plays a flyer the turn after, and I lose to that as well. Because it can't beat this enchantment. Any of our creatures do anything to this 4/3 on 3 mana? I don't think so. I think this is our best 3-drop right now. I can't double spell anyways. Well, I can, but I can only double spell with these. Okay. Reveals my combat trick. Feels bad. Okay. Keeps it untapped too. So it's +1/+1 to an attacker each turn. Learn on ETB. Permanent counters. And vigilance. This card is nuts. Good game. Good fucking game, chat. Feels a sad way to lose. Did we lose last game too? Yeah, we got beat by the Flyers. Is that, we're on 2 losses or already or 3? Doesn't care that it's not untapping, so now it's a fucking 4/4. There's no way we beat this. This card draws him cards when it gets counters. It's another attacker. We're fucked, man. Deck is fire. Not only that, but he's doubled or triple spelled every single fucking turn, right? Like he double spelled on 2. Or on turn 3 rather. Yeah, his deck is really good. Eats our ramp. This is turn 3 on 2 mana with 2 casts a 2/2. Makes your mark as the final thing to deal with my gang block or whatever the hell it was, or removal or whatever we did. This is just such a nasty layout from our opponent. This is the type of thing I really hate too, right? Which is like, this is the super synergetic top end Orzhov kind of deck, right? Where all the pieces come together. And like, if you play into that, you're kind of just wrecked by it with your kind of like, if you don't have like the pure like answers in the colors you're playing too. Like, I don't know, man. I don't see us beating this very often. Yeah, now do I wish to block the 5/5? I mean, no. I don't wish to block the 5/5. What else am I fucking do on this board? Would I like to get 2 for 1? No, there's not a goddamn thing I can do if he's curving out and playing bombs with this deck. There's just like nothing that in my deck beats that, so. I need him to either run out of creatures so that he can't play a threat, but he's playing 2 threats a turn, or I need him to run out of... I need him to not have the insane tempo so I can get some board presence so I can have a more reasonable block, or I need that thing to be removed by the common removal. That might get me there too. Or like, it's just, there's no fucking way. There's no way to beat that from our deck in that position ever. It just kind of sucks. Okay. I have a Death Toucher. Death Toucher doesn't beat that. Like, the problem is it's a recurring threat. Like, every turn it's still a threat. Because, I mean, we traded okay. We were still trading 1 for 1 at the beginning with the Biomathematicians, but we never get a big enough board to deal with the later threats. So if he doesn't run out of gas, we don't ever get there. It's actually the wrong play. Should have been this one just in case. Because I have no blue source. Are we ever going to draw our 2-drop that generates insane card advantage by giving us lands in our opening hand? We're at 6 games now? Just haven't seen him yet. It's kind of a bummer. Okay. Missed our land is bad news. All right. We played on, no, not that one. Not the 1/2. The 1/2 is good too, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the green-blue that every time you cast an instant or sorcery, it digs for a land in the top 3 cards. We played that once or twice, and it's always been late, like never early. 3/4 actually kind of blows us the fuck up. I don't know why Eliminate's highlighted. It's a 4 mana CMC, right? Yeah. Missed land again. Can big play. This creature will go to a 6/6. What are the cards he's likely to have with green? Same card. So if this goes to a 6/6, his goes to a 6/7. Kills me still, which isn't any good. Could try it on the biomathematician, but he just blocks and I combat trick, then he combat tricks, and I get blown up and I still lose more cards. Chat, you're not going to believe this, but your number of options that do things when you have no mana goes down significantly. Who knew? Who knew, chat? Who knew? All your plays are bad. Why is that? Oh, it's because you don't have any fucking options. It's so annoying. Tap land, sure, we'll take it. At least it's a land, man. Alright, so we always eliminate Zimone. Card advantage when he's flooded like that. I mean, the problem is eliminate is also our answer to his big fractal that he plays out shortly-ish. I can chump a big fractal though. What, get through in the air? Like, where are our demons now? This is the time that our deck would like to draw our demons. When we have the mana to cast them and it's an early game with the fucking bodies to support it. Can't even double spell here too. Like if this were untap land, we could double spell and actually get an attack off here. It's a lot of open mana. I don't know if this card actually resolves. Yeah, right. 1 mana answer. Never didn't have it. Gonna start some fucking cards now. Dude, this is gonna be our 3rd loss, chat. What was the last one? The last one was insane fucking value card, and then what was the one before that? Oh, right, the flyer. The flyer we couldn't beat. It's tilting. Very tilting. We're gonna lose this one to a screw. Like, I don't feel like I played... I mean, I felt like I played Magic versus the guy who had the flyer. It was very close. He had good answers. I didn't feel like I played Magic versus the last guy at all, and I don't feel like I'm playing Magic now. I just am dealing with the fact that my cards cannot be played fast enough with the amount of mana I have to be relevant to anything. All right, I can't even draw here, right? Like, I need to draw land here, but I can't. Even if I hit land, I can't play Tangle Trap. I can't let this resolve on the board. It's a 4/4 that generates tokens every single turn. Can I attack with this guy? I trade it for the Prodigy if I let that go. He's gang blocks with those two and it's a blowout. I guess I can. Good. I guess he could pay 10 and protect it. Actually, I would in his position. I didn't even think about that. Maybe we should have done that first. I wonder if I should have played the +1/+1 on something else, like the beater. Because making that a 5/5 would have been good enough, right? Like it still clears those 2 creatures and doesn't make all of my power on 1 creature. I think it was better to play it elsewhere. Seems like a weird play because you're so used to playing the pump spell on something else. On the creature that's fighting, rather. I need to kill this flyer, Xander says. Yeah. Yep, that's true, Xander. I absolutely do need to kill the flyer. That flyer generates a 1/1 every single turn. Man, what is the black sweeper? It's non-dragon damage, right? I don't think it kills. I kind of want to put more power on the board because that's how I win, is 2 hits in a row. But I can't beat a sweeper with that. He's not really in the colors for sweepers. I don't need +2/+2 in reach though, dude. My guy's a 5/5. He's blocking with a 3/4 and a 1/1. That's a total of 5 toughness and 4 power. I can just let the spell trigger make my guy a 5/5. and put the counter somewhere else. So I did have a choice. I don't hate this turn. So I get blown up by the anti-dragons, the non-dragon sweeper. Okay. But he took a turn off to draw cards when he's at 7 cards, which is really weird to me. So hopefully going wide gets us there. Hopefully. Yeah, but there's a 5-mana black card. I can't remember what it's called, and it's like kill all. It's like kill all dragons or kill all non-dragons. Like that's the card text. Can we even attack into this anymore? Attack with the 4/3. I mean, he can chump. Okay, let's say he blocks the 4/3 and blocks the 2/2. So he takes 2, 3, 4, goes to 4. That's too much. And eats 2 cards. I can attack with the 4/3, maybe get him for 4. I can attack with the 1/1 as well. I guess we're drawing. Shit, maybe I should have. I forgot this does damage to him. Maybe should have left it as reach. Is he still? Okay, so let's look again. He blocks the 4/4, blocks the 2/2. Takes 3, goes to 1. Fuck, I missed the fact that card did damage. Could I have done that in a different order? Yeah, I might have. Might have been able to get 1 more damage through. I think we still go wide here. Okay. Hi there. Tap land and impulse, I think, is my best play, right? I am doing it now. All right. Cothran cards. Hey. Why are my notifications not playing, man? I hate it when random pieces of my setup just stop working. Drives me nuts. Last card, draw more. Okay. We're 2 turns off casting this. Guy is unafraid, man. Three, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 7. So I can't triple spell. Land comes into play, tap, but I get a 3/3 out of that. I don't care about the biomath, but I don't care about this. Well, do I? What are my cards? I've got the draw card and I have the scry card. I really don't care about that right now. I'd like to get to 8 lands, but I get to 8 with emergent sequence, right? It does make it 1 smaller. 3/3 matter? 3/3 is a lethal attacker and it trades with his board. 3/3 is actually good here. Makes a 4/4 next turn. 4/4 is not any better than a 3/3, I don't think.